interior will work to place resonators in all blight-afflicted regions. These constructs counteract the imbalances and power fluctuations created by damage to the dynamism that led to the Great Rust. The resonators will provide much more powerful and efficient corrections to the blights than that which had previously been provided by the mages of the Bureau of the Arcane, allowing mechomantic devices to operate within the blight zones while mitigating their myriad secondary effects. As many Americans are aware, those living within blight zones have reported a host of troubling phenomena over time: strange weather patterns, increased rates of sickness, nausea, and malaise, and, in some cases, the mysterious formation of creatures colloquially referred to as blight beasts. Officials believe that these resonators will allow more Americans to remain living and working within blight zones. The years since the Great Rust have seen record numbers of Americans abandoning their homes wherever blights have taken root. Despite the efforts of mages to address the blights through manipulation of the dynamism, experts say that nearly 2 million Americans have been displaced since the blights began appearing in the aftermath of the Great Rust in 1927. These resonators, which will be produced in significant quantities by the collaboration of 8 of the country's largest mechomancer firms, and maintained by the efforts of mages within the Bureau of the Arcane, will finally allow this issue to be addressed on a large scale. The head of the Bureau of the Arcane, Douglas Adler, praised this new initiative. Mechomancy is the future of America, and licensed practitioners of the mystical arts are proud to be uniting with the country's esteemed mechomancers on the Resonator initiatives. We are hopeful that this enterprise will alleviate the impacts of the blights, strengthen mechomantic progress across the nation, and put real, honest Americans back to work. A spokesman for President Roosevelt declared the program one more triumph in his plan to rebuild America in the wake of the Great Rust, and has promised more reforms going forward. The city never sleeps, but I really need a nap. Chapter 1. I'm not looking for any trouble. I never am. But somehow, I keep finding it anyway. Or maybe it finds me. I'd thought New York, full of opportunity and chaos and possibility as it is, might be a place where a colored girl with, if I may be so bold, more than a little talent in the mystical arts could finally catch a break. But even here, talents like mine don't seem to be worth a cup of joe these days. In fact, more often than not, they'll put a target on your back, as evidenced by the spectacle I'm currently witnessing. I'm sitting in the corner booth of a no-name diner in Manhattan, trying to ignore the skin-crawl feeling of the white waitress staring at me while I watch the scene unfurl outside. Cops pour out of a nearby building, hauling out mages, using their silver billy clubs liberally whenever someone looks like they might want to put up a fight. The sidewalk is spattered red with the mage's blood, but no one seems to care. Pedestrians avoiding the flailing men and women, most of them colored, like me. Finally rounding up those filthy mancers, the waitress says, coming over and leaning to peer out the window as well. There's a slight smile twisting her thin lips. That speakeasy's been there for over a year now. I'd been starting to think the coppers would never break it up, you know? Yes. Can I get a refill? I say, pointing to my empty cup. The carafe is in her hand, but she still sighs as she pours half a mug's worth of the oily brew they're calling coffee. It's not good, but at least it's real.